Boom. Keep them coming.
Out there, let's hunt them down.
What's going on, everyone? Bobbybarks here, and welcome to the round 2 rematch between Dunkin and ShutupWalter. Before we get into this game, let's just pause it right here. I want to have a little chat with you about the tournament and an update on what's going on. If a game is tied, we obviously go to a rematch, which is why we are here today. If you win a game, you cannot then decide that your opponent goes through in your place. That's not how it works. If you win, you automatically progress to the next round. If after that you decide that you want to withdraw, that's fine. But it's my decision who goes through in your place, not yours. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is round 3. Bruce 8100 and Valkyrie 887. The game has been delayed for some time now, because Valkyrie's been out of town, and before he went away they couldn't schedule the game in because of where they live geographically. So what we've done is I have moved their game to round 3. So Valkyrie and Bruce won't be in the draw for round 3, but they have both progressed, and the fixture that was round 2 will just now be round 3. One of the reasons why I've decided this as well is because if they were to play it as a round 2 match and one of them progresses to round 3, we're going to have 13 players in round 3, which means somebody's going to be without a game. So that was the reason why we've progressed it. So there will be 14 players in round 3. Now at the end of round 3 there's going to be 7, which again will leave us with an odd number in what's supposed to be the quarterfinals. So the decision that I've made is that the best loser from the 14 in round 3 will also progress to round 4, to the quarterfinals. So what that means, if there is a tie game, both players will obviously go through, unless there's 2 tie games, and then we're going to have to make a decision. But that is where my thoughts are heading at this time. The draw for round 3 will happen tomorrow on my Twitch channel round about dinner time UK time. I'm not going to give you a specific time because I am quite busy, so I need to fit it in between where I have some free time, but it will roughly dinner time, maybe 12 PM, maybe 1 PM. But I will put a notification out on my Twitter and on my Facebook beforehand, so those of you that follow me on there will know. I'll also upload a video to YouTube directing you to the Twitch channel if that's what you want to do. If you can't make the live draw, there will be a video later in the day on Sunday telling you what the draw is and who's playing who. I'll then be in touch with each contestant to let them know who to play. They'll each have 7 days to complete the fixture unless we grant them any special extensions. For those of you that are new to the channel, that have either come across because of the tournament or the Nick A shoutout, I really appreciate you being here, but I am getting asked the same question over and over again in the comments. I always answer the questions to the best of my ability, but I keep getting asked it again and again. This tournament that you're watching at the minute started in January. Because you've signed up doesn't automatically guarantee you a place in this tournament. You have signed up for the next tournament. As you're all aware, the calendar year is split into 4 quarters: January to March, April to June, July to September, October to December. So quarter 1 is what you're watching at the minute, January to March. It's due to finish at the end of March. It started in January. There's a clue in the title. The quarter 2 tournament starts in April, finishes in June. So if you haven't recently registered for a tournament, it's the April to June quarter 2 tournament that you've registered for. At the minute, we've got over 200 registered players to participate. I never wanted to put a cap on it. I wanted as many people as possible to come and join the tournament. However, that was before it became so successful. I didn't in my wildest dreams think that it would be this popular, but it has become so. as a consequence, I'm going to have to put a cap at 256. To be honest, I'm going to struggle with that, and I will be looking to other YouTubers to help me out with some editing and commentaries. But as things stand, we will leave it at a cap of 256, and we'll do the draw for that tournament live on Twitch the first weekend in April. So I hope that's clarified some answers. Please don't continue to ask me the same questions that I've just answered in the comments. But I really appreciate you being here. What I'm doing here is for the community. I'm not here to try and make a living out of YouTube, to try and make some money out of YouTube. None of my videos are monetized. I don't do anything other than The Last of Us. What you see is what you get. Alright guys? So sit back, enjoy the rest of this game between Dunkin and ShutupWalter, and I will see you all tomorrow for the live draw. ShutupWalter taking a spot in the convenience store, using a burst rifle and bomb expert, I do believe, but he cannot get the bomb off before Dunkin gets him down. Dunkin takes the lead 2.5 minutes into this game. It's been very tactical so far. Dunkin cannot land his semi-shots, but Walter is popping his head out a little bit. Dunkin trying to goad him into throwing something, backs off a little bit. Walter does throw a Molotov, but it is a waste. Quite far away from Dunkin. Creeping down the side of the van. Dunkin does have a decent angle, but again he can't land any of his shots. Seems to be struggling with ShutupWalter. Gets out of the way of another throwable. Trying to make Walter believe he's going to come out, and he did actually land the second Molotov there, did Walter, and we are back to even Stevens. 5 minutes gone in this game and only one execution each. A slow game, but Dunkin comes in with a Molotov and restores his one spawn lead. Lots of white plugging going off here, and it's much to Walter's disadvantage. We had it a lot in the first round, and we're getting it again here. Walter again with his smoke bomb, throwing him against the concrete slab. Not helping him. Dunkin has a 2 spawn advantage. Walter suffering with the white plug again. Both players playing this very slow and tactically. Dunkin obviously learnt his lesson from the first encounter between these two. Knows that Walter has that bomb expert. And a burst rifle, and a straight one burst to the face. Good play from Walter. I did say at the round 2 draw that he was an underestimated player in this encounter. I did think he'd give Dunkin a good game. Dunkin is maybe falling behind Lone Wolf in the stakes for this. Lone Wolf has destroyed both his opponents with great comfort. Dunkin again trying to tease Walter out. He knows those throwables can be dangerous with that bomb expert and potentially explosion expert loadout. And again he does it, trying to make Walter waste these throwables and get the down, restoring his 2 spawn lead with half the game to go. Walter does a bit of camping, works to his advantage. Just sat there waiting for Dunkin to come in. And Dunkin walks straight into a world of burst. Oh, great play from Dunkin. He's finally getting into his rhythm now after those early problems with his aim. Dunkin now 2 spawns up. We're still suffering with lag issues between these two. I haven't quite seen anything this bad in any of the other 1v1s. There has been the odd bit of lag here and there, but nothing on this scale. The internet between these two must really be struggling. Oh, nice one burst from Walter.
Yeah, that was dead.
And he keeps within touching distance of Dunkin's lead. Walter now all armoured up. Needs to try and be a bit more aggressive to get back into this. Bomb expert doesn't work. If he'd have landed all his throwables, he would have had a comfortable lead himself by now. But this is very tight between these two.
Right there!
Looking to push on Duncan. 4 minutes to go. Around the van again. Duncan's armoured up too. Duncan trying to fire through the van. Walter keeping him marked so he knows which side is going to. Duncan backs off behind the ice cream van. I know it's not an ice cream van, I know it's a delivery van, but I'm hungry. Nice bomb off the roof, takes a bit of damage, gets some shots off. Duncan needs to push, doesn't though. Still been weary of that bomb expert. Only got 3 bullets left in his chamber. He does land one of them though. He has to land the next 2 unless he's going to buy some more. Keeping Walter in his sights. Duncan backing off again, and Walter's so close! So close! But Duncan manages to heal up. 3 minutes to go. Duncan's backing off to a box to try and get some ammo. Using his 9mm first. Picks up some more semi-ammunition. You can see that Walter's coming through the checkpoint. He's going to go rush him. And again, he leads Walter into a false sense of hope and finally restores his 2-spawn lead. And with 2.5 minutes to go, I know Duncan's going to play very, very carefully to make sure he doesn't lose this lead. Walter is putting up such an epic effort. Both looking at each other through the good 24-hour store. Walter's taking some damage. Duncan comes flying in, and that is it. He gets a 3-spawn lead with... We've just got 1.5 minutes to go now, and we know that Duncan is definitely not going to lose this. And I do feel bad for Walter. He's put up such a great fight. Now falling 4 spawns behind. 1 minute to go, and we're going to see what was originally the tournament favourite going through to round 3. There's 5 spawns up now. Going to be 6 spawns up. And it's undeserved from Walter. He's actually going to blow himself up just for shits and giggles. But it is undeserved that he's lost by such a large gap. It flatters Duncan a little bit. He did struggle with Walter throughout this tie. Great effort from Walter, but great play from Duncan to get himself through it and into round 3. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you all in the next round. Bye for now.
Ooh.